Mahalaya, which literally translates as the Great Descent, is the time we remember and honor our ancestors. But as we will see in this video, there is something much more to this. Life means something that throbs. Throbbing means a cyclical movement of energy, rising and falling, waxing and waning. Our planet, and therefore we too, are throbbing in various ways due to our relationship with the sun and the moon. For example, Earth's rotation and the rise and fall of solar energy makes us undergo a daily cycle. In any cyclical movement, there are 4 important points where the gradient or the rate of change of energy is either highest or lowest. In the daily cycle, these correspond to midday, midnight, sunrise, and sunset. Sharp acceleration or deceleration of energies in these points induces a jolting impact, similar to what you feel when you are inside an elevator or a car. And that makes it easier for us to recognize our separateness from our body-mind baggage. So these 4 points of the cycle are conducive to escape the cycle itself. That is why these 4 junctures or Sandhyas were given great significance in Hindu culture. We were asked to perform meditative practices in these times because nature itself is helping us by inducing a disentangling impact at the level of our energies, facilitating us to experience what we truly are. Now the same applies to monthly cycle as well. After I started practicing Hatha Yoga, I have personally observed the impact of the lunar cycles upon my metabolism. Like clockwork, my hunger goes down during Amavasya and hits a peak during Purnima. So just as we throb once in a day, something within us throbs once in a month as well. For the monthly cycle, Amavasya is like the midnight, Purnima midday, and the 2 Ashtamis are the twilight zones. Actually, in ancient India, these were the 4 holidays of the month. We also throb in a yearly cycle because of the Earth's tilt and its rotation around the sun. You may have observed that in the 6 months of Uttarayana, where the days are longer, there is more sparkle in our system, and in Dakshinayana, some sluggishness sets in. For the yearly cycle, summer solstice is like the midday, winter solstice like the midnight, and the 2 equinoxes are the twilight zones. As you can see, Pitru Paksha is the period that has the sharpest descent both in the yearly cycle and the monthly cycle, both solar energy and lunar energy. So the disentangling impact would be at its highest in this period. But why is this associated with ancestors? In fact, traditionally the monthly cycle itself is associated with the Pitrus. Because as we know, the monthly cycle is connected with our ability to reproduce. It is the cycle pertaining to a layer within us that connects us across generations. So when we go through the monthly cycles, it is the ancestral layer within us that throbs. Therefore, when the monthly cycle, intensified by the yearly cycle, undergoes its greatest descent or a Mahalaya, it is easier to shake off the ancestral imprints that our energies are carrying. In other words, the ancestors living within us are liberated, and we too are freed of those imprints. And that is why our sages designed practices to harness this possibility and called this time as Pitru Paksha.